So, that's just what it is.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Trailblazers out in Portland. Checking out the Trailblazers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, Damian Lillard will be on display tonight, and he's one of the most fearless scorers in the entire league. Kenny, what area do you see for Lillard to grow, take his team to the next level?
Well, I think he's such a great scorer that can't just be the only emphasis. I think when he is able to distribute as well as he's able to score, that takes a lot of focus in a lot of different directions.
In order for him to be the player that everyone wants him to be, he needs to work on his defense. He still has a lot of work in that area. But he can be a streaky shooter at times. But when it's clutch time, you get him the ball, he will make the shot.
That'll do it for us right now. Kevin Harlan standing by with the call, and we will see you later.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. We're live from Portland, Oregon. Hometown fans are cheering for their Trailblazers.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Carter Williams in at the 5. Middleton can't get it to go.
And Damian Lillard, guys, much improved defensively. He went from a liability at that end of the floor to now being one of the better defensive point guards in the league.
Here's Carter Williams. Middleton outside. The drive by Monroe. Unloads. The shot is off. Plumlee with some nice D. Portland with the ball. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
Thanks again, Doris. And he gets it to go.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Henderson. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
Both free throws good from Henderson.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
Now here's Middleton. Unloads from 13. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
To the inside. And Plumlee kicks to Davis. Portland again missing. The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Aminu the pass to Davis. And Henderson throws it down hard.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
a good old-fashioned chin check right there.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Baseline jumper, the shot no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pulls it from the elbow. They get the rebound. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he gets the bucket.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Michael Carter Williams.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
Here's Antetokounmpo after Ed Davis's score. No problems knocking that one down. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Lillard. It's offline from half court.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
Now, here's Parker after the miss from Damian Lillard, and that one's good. Parker.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
And it's Aminu in the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Middleton penetrating. The layup missed. Portland leading. Down low. Here's Henderson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And he makes the first. Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Leonard comes in for Ed Davis. And McCollum subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Both free throws good from Henderson.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
Now here's Vasquez. It's Parker with the drive. 4 on the shot clock. Great touch on the 16-footer. Parker's got 6 points.
Great move there. That spin just dusted off the defense. Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
Here's Kaman. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Money from the wing. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside, here's Henson. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Mark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow is right. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Longley's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard dishes to Leonard. Kaman kicks to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Passes it to Kaman. The 3. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Kaman. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Lillard against Mayo. It's his first trip to the line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Free throw good, O.J. Mayo. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Henderson, no one. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
He's got a special knack for the big moments. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Mayo out there with John Henson. Then there's Monroe. Then it's Vasquez, and it's Bayless in at the point. Bucks trail by 7. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
Just 5 on the clock. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And that one's good by Henderson.
One aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's...
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And for Noah Vonleh, last season came in as a heralded freshman out of Indiana. Some people thought he might crack the top 5 in the draft, but after some shaky late workouts, he fell all the way to 9.
Timeout called, the Bucks. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Monroe. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Middleton. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. Trailblazers leading by 10. Kicks it to McCollum. The pass to Aminu. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Dishes it to McCollum from deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Middleton outside. Another miss by Middleton.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
That drops. And that's 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Pass to Monroe. Drops in the layup for 2.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Portland leading by 13. Out left to the wing. Right wing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Rebounded by the Bucks. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Davis is checked in for Portland. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Parker's checked in for Greg Monroe. Trailblazers leading by 11. On the subject of Michael Carter Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing he can't seem to lock down is his shooting strength.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field. You expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Parker up top. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. 1:51 left to play in the first half. It's tipped. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by Aminu. The lead now cut to single digits. And that's now 7 points for Chris Middleton.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Aminu. Second chance shot. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 8 points.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Trailblazers leading by 11. To the middle. Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And 12 points for C.J. McCollum. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. Henson with the screen. Middleton for 3. They get it back.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
There's the pick. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vasquez. And the layup falls.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And that concludes the first half. Trailblazers lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. After